Hello everybody, this is Starman. Welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. I am the Doctor. Well, things have gotten mighty ridiculous with inflation in this town.
Hey.
Just to prove that point, I have cleared my inventory out for the most part. I'm now only carrying weapons. I've got Eddie carrying all of my excess weaponry, books, whatnot. So I'm only carrying 90 pounds of gear. And energy weapons with a couple of explosives and throwing spears, which I can't get rid of because I have completely and totally sold out one caravan and the merchant here. But I'm currently sitting on just over 6,000 caps.
Been doing a lot of good work.
And I thought I'd check with
All right,
Major
then.
Knight here, who is the best repairman in the game. And here's how much it's going to cost to fix my tri-beam laser and my Ballistic Fist. So that is what we will be saving up to try and get taken care of next. Since that would be my best weapon if the Ballistic Fist weren't in such bad condition.
Hello.
But at any rate, I also gave all the cooking
I
gear
was so glad to see the NCR troopers when I first got here.
and food
I
to
felt right at home.
So, with that done, we're going to return to REPCONN headquarters, seek out that one Brotherhood of Steel patrol, and see what else we can scavenge out of here, having already gathered a rather impressive plasma rifle. But first,
Welcome to REPCONN headquarters, Rocketeer. Come all this way to see our little facility, have you? I'm here to answer any and all questions you may have, within specified parameters. And if you'd like, I can provide a tour of our museum.
what can you tell me about REPCONN?
I can answer whatever questions you'd like, provided your query is limited to REPCONN history, research and development, or ROBCO. REPCONN's illustrious history began way back in 2054, shortly after the famous Delta 11 rocket was completed and launched. REPCONN's initial focus was on the development of fuel to be used in orbital propulsion in response to the energy crisis of 2052. Sad times indeed. The company really took off when ROBCO purchased REPCONN in late 2076 to develop unmanned rockets to explore the solar system.
Alright.
Very well. The tour showcases REPCONN's amazing scientific contributions and the promise of many more, coupled with its parent company, ROBCO.
Let's talk about ROBCO.
ROBCO Industries purchased REPCONN in 2075 to assist with some of ROBCO's military projects, as well as developing unmanned space exploration. The relationship between ROBCO and REPCONN is mutually beneficial, and we hope that both companies bolster each other well into the next century.
Okay, well, what can you tell me about
I can...
research and development?
As you may already know, REPCONN is an industry leader in producing alternative fuels for military and scientific purposes. REPCONN scientists were pioneers in fission-based propulsion systems, and have recently had some very exciting breakthroughs with plasma systems. The recent partnership with ROBCO has freed our engineers from mundane business matters, allowing them to focus solely on future projects.
And boy, I'll bet they're just
I
happy
can
about
answer
that.
whatever questions you... Excellent. Ready for the REPCONN tour, Rocketeers? Courtesy of the Hello. Please remember visiting hours are from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Please show your badge or make your way out of the building. Fine folks at ROBCO, I'll be your guide today on the path of scientific discovery.
Okay, then wait till 10. Just because I really don't feel like fighting a bunch of robots at the moment. Though that will probably be unavoidable.
Hello? Hi, are you there? Oh, right. You can't respond. Listen, I'm using your robot as a relay to get this message to you. I've picked up some unusual chatter regarding your robot. It seems that it has some information that we could use. so, a knight with the Brotherhood of Steel. We'd be very interested in examining your tech.
Could you bring your robot to one of our patrols so they can examine it? I'll have the robot mark the location on your map.
And you suddenly
Hi.
turn Japanese.
Sorry to break in. He sounded truly riveting. I don't want to keep you much longer, but I'd like to make a counter-suggestion. I'm with the followers of the Apocalypse. We're much more liberal about the sharing of technology than those Brotherhood people. Bring your robot to us. We'll see that whatever information it may have on it is used for the greater good.
Look here, a row of multicolored plasma fuels. Careful, they may look safe to drink, but your stomach is the last place they should be. Why the difference in cylinder size? Refining our production methods has resulted in higher yields of fuel over time. That's why.
Hold up, Rocketeers, what's this? This trio of cylinders isn't a trio of cylinders at all. They're containers carrying what some scientists call plasma. Can you say plasma? REPCONN's always looking to the future. In our future, we don't always have to worry about radiation, health risks, or lawsuits when using this new and improved fuel source to blast our rockets into and out of the sky. Clarification, cylinders and plasma are factually correct designation of displayed items, both by definition and the scientific community.
How may I serve you, mistress? To my right, you can see a sample of some old safety barrels REPCONN once used to store radioactive waste. Perfectly safe. On my left is an example of a mountain of REPCONN safety barrels some legislators claim are poisoning our environment. Ridiculous.
Nuclear family. Why, look here, it's a pair of itty-bitty safety barrels, all nestled together like a family settling down to dinner. Now it's claimed that even the safest nuclear waste disposal procedures heat poison into the environment that never ever goes away. In REPCONN's case, we say it all depends on where you put them, and Nevada is just the place. Nomenclature for hazardous waste barrels as per REPCONN glossary specs. Oh, and what's this one over here that's empty? Boring old rod. Or, what's this, a dull rod? Not so, Rocketeers. This dull rod once powered REPCONN's old nuclear-propelled rockets and still holds harmless traces of radioactive material. Pardon me. As an exercise, stare closely at the rod and try to spot the telltale glow. And then, footnote. While the case is lead-lined, standards in these cases not specifically requesting this display, do not look, touch, or stand too close to this display. Keep your legs moving and see the rest of the museum. And this thankfully got broken open a while ago.
Behind me is our most recent rocket project, which we're keeping under our hats until launch, if you'll pardon the expression. And in front of me is a model, not actual size, of the launch dome we are using to send our rockets screaming into orbit.
Just like the rocket you see here, we're aimed at the sky, but we've got a ceiling in the way. See, Rocketeers, while REPCONN was focused on non-radioactive, any implication of radioactive material as negative is unintentional and no way reflects ROBCO or its subsidiary REPCONN. Was focused on non-radioactive propulsion engines, we still need to sneak back and use some of our older proven techniques with nuclear-driven engines to make space travel reality. Partner with our new buddy ROBCO, we've dug up older, cheaper technology for upcoming orbital projects. No worries, even if you can't always see what we're up to, up there, we can see you. Ready, set, launch. Force your parents a short drive south, and you'll see the retractable dome of REPCONN's launch facility, not actual size. You may have heard wild stories about rocket flights and their impact. Statement is figurative and admissible as evidence in a court of law on nearby towns and communities. But REPCONN feels you can't put a price on spec exploration. After all, Rocketeers, you want to go into space someday, don't you? Let's see, Needle Nose. This sleek and purple R779238A Needle Nose is what happens when you mix fossil and plasma in a rocket and shake it up. The fossil fuel punches this sharp-nosed tear through the sky, and the plasma is used to shoot it through space to planets where REPCONN can mine more fossil fuels. Interplanetary money and resource rights still in negotiation. Continuing the whole cycle again.
Now these colorful fellows behind me are REPCONN's earliest experiments in flight. Feel free to read the plaques and learn, Rocketeers.
Let's see, Green Bean, officially called the Z43521P by silly engineers. We refer to this little scrapper by its true nickname, the Green Bean. After all, which do you prefer in your backyard garden, a smoldering Z43-521P or a green bean? One sounds like it belongs if mentioned on the news, and make news it did, featuring REPCONN's plasma engine. And it was so newsworthy we decided to take the quantum material module unit out, since we could use it for non-explosive uses. Rocket nickname chosen after results of first trial landing. Big Fat Fiery Fred. V29-321G may look like a big fat red rocket. Rocketeers built Fatty here ran circles around the Earth not so long ago. So let's see you keep up. Sure, V29231G's re-entry gave it the more commonly known nickname Big Fat Fiery Fred, but here at REPCONN we choose to focus on success and apply what we learned about explosive resistant shielding to future models and even our landing platforms. The newly reconstructed REPCONN launch facility was a direct beneficiary of this discovery. Whoa, watch your step. You won't be facing this fearsome foe if you accidentally stumble to a restricted area. Whoever sporting the latest in dual miniguns, rockets, or laser cannons, this sentry bot not only takes its job seriously, it also takes no prisoners. It's proof of RobCo's commitment to defense that these deadly guards are concealed in chambers throughout this facility, so let this be a warning. Watch where you step, or out will come RobCo guns a-blazing. Exhibit brought to you by your friends at RobCo.
Now for the highlight of our tour. Due to a generous donation from RobCo, this next exhibit showcases the wondrous world of robots. Around you are the incredible iBot, the fearsome SentryBot, and the always helpful Mr. Handy. That helpfulness runs through our whole line.
Let's see, the eye and iBot. RobCo's always had an eye for robotics, and this little fellow is no different. This robotic marvel can not only recognize your face and voice with advanced facial and auditory recognition technology, it can also broadcast video and audio as well. Think on it, all the sights and sounds of your radio and TV in your living room at home blasted directly at you on your screen, subway, bathroom, or wherever you may be. Never fear, you'll never miss a news bulletin or presidential address again, no matter where you are. Yes, wouldn't that be a shame? The hand in handy. You never can have too many hands. 3, why not 4? This was RobCo's inspiration behind the popular and cost-effective Mr. Handy model. The first of the line here, always shown here, always a help around the household, whether with mom in the kitchen using his titanium circular power saw in the garage of dad, using his armor-piercing laser array. Mr. Handy is not just helpful, he's your friend too. So if we go back, why not a Protectron with wheels? RobCo wasn't afraid to answer that question. The Protectobot is the answer. While safety standards prevented this freewheeling dynamo from entering mass market production, despite RobCo's best intention and teams of lawyers, we'll take consolidation in letting you see this extremely well-funded experiment as it was intended. A robot moving so fast it looks like it's standing still.
This is the final stop on our tour. This model of our solar system is a small example of where the partnership between RobCo and REPCONN hopes to go. See those little rockets zipping about? They are manned by robots, tirelessly looking for resources to mine on planets beyond our own. And that's it for our tour today, Rocketeers. RobCo and its tiny partner, REPCONN, thank you. Any further questions? Please, feel free to ask.
A model of our solar system, not actual size. Beautiful, isn't it? RobCo's subsidiary REPCONN has often gazed into the night sky, seeing the rich pageant of stars and planets above us. Our goal? To send unmanned rockets to these other systems, seeing their beauty firsthand while mining ever deeper into each planet's surface for precious resources needed here at home. This is our promise to mankind, extending our reach into a future where the number of RobCo and REPCONN rockets match the stars in the sky. And we've got some kind of computer here. Jenny Milnet's security card. Whoever she was. So hopefully that will get us safely into the areas upstairs. And this clearly was the Robco gift shop. Which has lots of coffee mugs, ashtrays, lunchboxes, which I think I'll go ahead and take one for me, one for Willow.
Don't let me keep you.
Aha! It appears we have some radioactive soda. Some more of those rocket souvenirs. And some fancy lad snack cakes. All favorites of Willow, I do believe.
What's up?
And oh yes, I completely forgot,
Ooh, thanks. That is a quality collectible.
that fancy bear that I picked up earlier. Hadn't gotten that to her.
Oh. Shoot. Oh. Oh. Oh.
And okay, I cannot apparently give her
No.
a gift at this point, but I apparently just got BFF points. Oh, and I did give Veronica a pair of Authority sunglasses that would match Willow's sunglasses somewhat.
How may I serve you, master? How may I serve you, mistress? Hello, Mrs. Millet. I hope you have an excellent day at work.
Okay, so thanks to me getting that badge, we no longer have to worry about the robots on this floor. I'd be somewhat concerned if looting were the password, all things considered, but then what the heck am I doing here? Alright, so let's see. Encrypted message. I managed to get the password to Isley's computer. I'll forward it to you at the release notes of the Q-35. The prototype is going to be stopping here on its way to the Department of Defense. You should be able to intercept it on the road. While version 32 didn't have the power yield of the 31 or 30, we managed to increase the substantiation threshold by approximately 27.35%. This is promising. However, we could still have yet to come up with a solution for the matter inversion issues. Version 33, failure, lab destroyed, data lost. 34, interesting. Not sure where we got this data from. It's a complete different direction from what we've been working on. Managed to cycle the matter inversion using a polarized quantum spin. I think that we've solved the issue with the compensation field. I have high hopes of the next weapon. Version 35, success. Note, the data we received from Juan did the trick. I managed to get a stable build model. I don't think this weapon is ready for mass production yet, but should show that we have a working prototype. We should be able to get these issues resolved in a later build. As you requested, here are the improvements when compared to a standard plasma rifle. On average, Q35 has a higher refire rate, but the time between shots is more consistent. Increase in active bolt charge time, accurate at longer ranges, and plasma has a 30% increase in energy. And see, Julia, I'm sure you've heard by now about REPCONN's intentions to buy out our company. In the past, you and I have been of like mind when it comes to the moral and financial future of this company. When Poseidon showed interest years ago, you helped me rally the board in order to keep REPCONN autonomous. I'd like your help again with ROBCO. Pierce claims that ROBCO is buying shares in the company to force a hostile takeover if he won't so willingly. I don't believe they'd be able to pull up enough shares to pull out some approval of the board. I think that you and I will be able to sway enough votes to keep the company safe. I hope you'll stand with me on this. Yeah, well, that didn't work out so great, did it? I'll stand with you, Leo. Give me a few days to try and gather some support amongst my allies on the board. And I've run the numbers. I'm pretty sure you're right. We can fight this. You're right. Leo sent me the message last night. I made the call to the board. I think that with the numbers we're looking at, pocketing from the ROBCO deal, we'll have no trouble getting the board to vote no confidence on it. Yeah, they were serious about making sure that nobody got in here who was not meant to be here, weren't they? Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be much worth looting here, unless you're a big fan of clipboards. Apparently just found the company kitchen. Pathway going up to the 3rd floor that is easy.
Of course. Don't let me keep you.
And this would be the staircase we were meant to take to get here. I think we just found the technicians area. As evidenced by the big computer, the smaller computer, and weird glitch there. Guessed it right that time. I was looking at rows, thought what's 2 letters away from that? Got rude. Let's see, add user facial database. So now I have official 2nd floor access. Okay, Carl, I've made progress decrypting the packets. When I can tell someone is sending progress messages to a secure offsite server somewhere, where I venture a guess, I say those messages are going to Poseidon, but I don't have enough proof to make a serious claim. For the last couple of weeks, I have seen a higher than usual rate of encrypted messages leaving the facility here. These messages are using an unusual encryption protocol I haven't seen before. I'm fairly certain that a DoD I'm fairly certain this isn't a DoD-approved method. I fear these messages may be a sign of someone sending insider information. Mrs. Wang, please continue your investigation with these messages and keep me appraised of any progress you make. And in the meantime, please keep this information private. I'll make sure the crew parties are informed, and please call me Carl. Hello, I need somebody to come over as soon as possible and clear the old Vice President's data office terminal, as well as reformat my personal information. Thank you. That's not suspicious at all.
How may I serve you, mistress?
Yeah, I think we may have gotten all the best loot on the first floor. On the other hand, pre-war money.
How may I serve you, master?
Let's see. Contingent, but not containing, so it starts with a C, probably. Conviction. Well, that is a hard one. I wish the sonic screwdriver let you hack computers as well as hack doors. Got very lucky on that one. Okay, print executive security badge, and... Let's see, I'm sad to inform you, after many years of loyal service, Leonard Steeple has stepped down from his position at REPCONN. We wish him the best of luck in all endeavors, in all of his future endeavors. For the time being, Julia Masters will be overseeing Leonard's department. Department heads will be meeting with her later today. Thank you for all your time.
Hello, Mrs. Millett. How may I serve you, mistress?
Okay, so now we have something that will let us legitimately and safely walk to the third floor. Surely there will be something worth looking for in all these toilets. Then again, perhaps not. A science skill of 100 is required to hack this terminal.
Third floor access is for executives only. Please identify.
Luck 3 out of 7. Sorry, no idea. I was just leaving.
Invalid response. You have 30 seconds to vacate.
All right. So much for my badge, but then again, I'm not entered in the computer yet. And apparently I don't have the skill, oddly enough, to hack that computer. Well, bummer. Still, this seems like a good time to stop, and next time we will try something else. See you then.